The day has finally come. The one that I may or may not have stalked my mailman over. I finally received my Fuumuui brushes with the big belly, the fine needle point tip, and I am freaking stoked to show you guys how these work. Now over here I have my grabby watercolor palette and just a big old watercolor journal. We'll slap a fun title on here and we'll test these guys out. Now I've split up my watercolor page here into 4 equal 5.5 inch by 5.5 inch squares. This is going to allow me to compare each of the brush sizes and figure out about how much water each of these hold. These brushes are designed specifically to hold quite a bit, so I'm just kind of curious how long it will take for our brush to run out before we have to dip again. I'm starting out here with the number 20 brush with the biggest belly and the finest tip that I have ever seen. I'm going to start with a spiral here right in the middle of the square. Now the brush is super comfy in my hand. It fits nicely. It's not super heavy. It feels like I can get some really good control with it. The hardest part about this video were all the cramps in my hands from doing all these swirlies. Now I'm not gonna lie, it was right about here that I thought any second this water is gonna run out and I'll have to dip my brush again. But guys, this thing kept going and going and going and going. Now this thing went so far that I had to stop. I literally could not keep going or I would cover up all my other squares. So I didn't even finish unloading this brush on my paper. Let's go ahead and number these so they're a little more clear. Oops. So now we got the number 14 brush. I'm gonna dip it in my orange over here in this other box. Just like the first one, guys, this is phenomenal. Also, one of the big things about this is the nylon tip is super sturdy. A lot of times when we're doing fine details and line work, you press a little bit too hard and your brush, especially when you're coming around a curve or a circular pattern like this, they tend to go all kinds of wonky and you've just messed up all of your fine details. Now moving on to number 10. Now when I'm talking about fine needle point, look at this tip. It is ridiculous. Like I'm pretty sure I could thread all 4 of them through one. Probably should have picked a different color than yellow, but seriously, even this one, I am shook. I still haven't gone back to dip my brush and it fills up this whole gosh darn square. Now last but certainly not least, we have the number 4 brush. When choosing which brush you need, I think it really comes down to just a couple of things. Number 1, how much water control do you need? And number 2, how much patience do you have for going back and forth to your paint palette? If you're like me and you have none, 10 out of 10, hands down. If you have these in your cart and you've been waiting to pull the trigger, I hope this video convinces you. If so, follow this link with this code and save 30% through July 18th. Happy painting!